a year or two ago, and you ask kids what they want to be when they grow up, and at least 4 kids were like, "Oh, YouTube star." And then you watch these videos and you're like, "This is what you want to watch?"
Raina said she wants to be a YouTube star, and I was like, okay, whatever. But then it was concerning because she was like, yeah, because I want to buy a hoverboard in August. I'm like, you're going to be a YouTube star and your plan is to use that money in August. And then I had to sit her down, call an older brother and say, how does this work with monetizing? Can you explain to her number?
So you crushed your dreams?
I had to. I'm like, dude, in August?
But then you see the number one revenue generator on YouTube the last year was this little boy named Ryan. Ryan's Toys.
He don't even do anything.
He plays with toys.
Exactly.
I could do that. Should I bring toys in here?
You should.
We can play with toys.
Yeah.
Wee, this is fun. Look at my toy.
Oh my gosh.
Brian's Toys. Give me money.
Oh man.
Speaking of money, we have Share coming up, by the way.
Yeah, we do. We got so many awesome people that have been given, like Bradley, Christine, and Westlake. This morning, Seth in Chagrin Falls gave $500, and Christine says she's been listening for about 20 years, and she loves the programs and loves hanging with us. And she says she cries and laughs with us while she gets ready for work. She's like, I gotta fix my makeup so many times. We love you, Christine. Love you, love you. I've cried too on the show.
So
because of Brian.
Who's here today? Who's showing up?
So I don't see it on Facebook, but I see it on YouTube.
It's there, goofball.
Hold on.
You're too busy with your Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm sure. I bet you Mike is on.
You are spoiled with your Dunkin' Donuts. Where's mine?
I've collected a bunch of free drinks.
Here we go.
No, seriously. I've been using the app and using it, and then I looked, and I have like 5 free drinks. I was like, oh, man.
Look at my hands. They're empty. Gosh. Miss, I got a bunch of free drinks.
That's because Len knows. He's like, baby, I need you to have a good show. Go ahead, get yourself some Dunkin' Donuts. I was like, yeah. What's up, Mike? Eva, good morning. Sandy, good morning, family. She says, Callie, my girl. Danella, good morning. I love when you're here. Isaac, our dude with the beard. Brittany and Sheila, good morning. Amora, we love when you're on. Molly, she's on. She's awesome right there. Molly Williams.
Hey, Molly.
Sandy says, our first daughter was so cautious. Then our second was the adventurous. What's up with the second kid? That's my kid. That one, the second one. Daredevil. Yep, that's my second one. Number 3 was reasonable, but then ended up being the first of them to go skydiving. Oh my gosh, I got one kid that's saying he's going to do that. That's not good.
Talk about giving your mother a heart attack. Would you just cry
I would just tell them, don't call me. In fact, I'm going to tell them that today. If you guys ever do that, don't call me, don't tell me until after. I don't want to know.
Yeah, could you imagine? Hey, Mom, I'm in the plane.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Amora says, I always see my 6-year-old twins playing at being YouTube stars, practicing filming each other, climbing trees, and asking each other to watch. You know what, though? One reason why I encourage it, I am big time in my homeschool with public speaking and communications, because I always tell my kids, I don't care what you're doing. You may have an audience of 1, but communication is big in any industry you're in. So instead of saying put a speech together and give it to us, I'm like, here you go, do YouTube and speak. Like, yeah. to practice speaking and do their thing. So that's good. That's awesome that your kids are doing that, Amora.
And to answer Amora's question, yes, Janelle's popping back and forth between YouTube and Facebook. Right now, not many of our YouTube viewers are posting comments, but we will be looking for those too if you go
Yesterday, back. Daniel did. So if you're here, Daniel, what's up? And I responded to you. But spread the word if you can share our YouTube channel, because it's like better than Facebook Live, event like after we do Facebook Live, because it has all of our episodes. So you can just sit and binge on the compelling topics that we cover.
So Callie's here. What's up, Callie?
And then you can talk to your friends about, I told you about that guy, Brian. He's crazy. Watch this. It's easy. Do it on YouTube.
Oh, what's up? We got Mike is here.
Sharon.
Viola said hello. All right. So 23 dangerous
Viola.
things.
I just want to say hi. Hi, Viola. I love Viola.
You're her favorite.
She is.
Wow. Dangerous things you should let your kids do. How about this one? Use a bow and arrow.
Yes, I have a kid that's using a bow and arrow.
How
he
old?
can do that. He's 13. He started when he was about 11.
Barely a kid. I'm talking about a kid under that age. Bow and arrow.
They don't know what to do with that. Yeah. Where's
I
that
can just
arrow
picture a
going?
kid going, Mom, look!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. No, yeah, that is true.
I don't like it, but we have one.
A real arrow?
And my father-in-law has worked with the kids to use them. The kids love it. I let them do it, but I don't like it.
Do they have to be supervised? Do you tell them they have to be supervised?
The older ones, no, but the other ones, yes. I mean, you can't just, I go out with them, basically, or my father-in-law would when he comes. How about this one? A dangerous thing you should let your kid do. This is one of my least favorite, and I got a story behind it. Climbing trees.
Oh my gosh, my kids
Stop climbing a tree.
My kids climb trees all the time.
Stop
In
climbing
fact,
the tree.
If you go, I think I shared one. Raina is my tree climber. I love that. I love that girl. Because she's the girl that would wear like a crown and sneakers and climb a tree all at the same time. I like to see girls like getting dirty and all that.
By the way, hi,
Climbing
Suzanne.
trees
Hi,
is
Suzanne.
awesome. Why don't you like...
My oldest son.
Were you like, did you not get to do that when you were
I did a little bit, but it's like...
What?
No, we had a big willow tree in our backyard. And I would climb that a little bit, but
Yeah.
I knew it was dangerous when I was doing it. But, okay, my oldest son, here was his
Dangerous?
idea.
And then you give them arrows.
And I let him do it, but I don't like it.
Okay.
And so every time the kid climbs a tree, I'm like, well, Sarah, get the car ready. You know, here we go.
Really?
My oldest son decided it was a great idea to put on a clown mask, like a Halloween mask, climb up the tree in the front yard, hide way up high, and scare his friends when they came on their bikes. At which point, because he's wearing the mask, he couldn't see properly, and he fell out of said tree, hit a branch on the way down, and broke his arm.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't like climbing trees. Stop climbing the tree.
I love it, and cheer for it. And I've never had anybody break their arm, or I don't know what your kids are doing.
What about fireworks? You know, we brought that up in the story. This guy says you should let your kids play with fireworks.
I don't like fire and kids.
Because every time I have a bonfire, the kids pick up a stick, stick it in the fire.
Yeah.
I
I can't turn on candles in my house. Do your kids do that?
They blow them out and play with them?
They'll again, Raina, here she goes. She'll either blow them, but what she loves to do, like I'm cooking and my candles are on and I turn around and Raina is dipping all her fingers into the wax, looking at it's so, like she can't just leave it alone.
Yeah.
And but my kids haven't done the fire pit thing.
My kids, whenever I've got my boys, it's like they're a magnet to this. The girls could care less.
Gosh.
Start a bonfire. Here comes all the boys, all of them.
And what do they do?
They're getting like, can I throw this in the fire? Like whatever it is,
Yeah.
garbage, a pop can, something. Can I throw this in the fire? No, son, no.
Yeah.
Or sure, fine, throw it in the fire. And then, or here's a big long stick. Let me stick it in the fire, and then pull it out of the fire and wave it around.
Kelly says, when our kids were 5 and 7, my husband took them out on our roof one story in the middle of winter. Oh, that's awesome. We were the only house in town with a snowman on the roof. Oh, that's cool. They still talk about it 20 years later.
Interesting. That's actually on this list. Stand on the roof.
Brittany, you my girl. Love letting them climb trees, but gives me a heart attack every time.
Thank you, because I let them, but it gives me a heart attack every time.
Yeah.
But no, stand on the roof is this one. Tell them what happened the first time we got our families together.
So we're sitting, having a great conversation in Brian's dining room and loving it because, at least I'll speak for me, I'm like, oh my goodness, usually I can't do this with people because while we're talking, the kids are running around and yelling and
There
all
were 11
this.
children.
And we were able to just still talk. There are a lot of friends I have that can't handle that. They get nervous and what are the kids doing and all that. And then halfway through the conversation, we realized, man, maybe we should be watching because somebody runs in and was like, Mommy, Elijah and Grace and so-and-so are up on the roof. I don't know what they were doing. But
They got up on the roof of our garage.
what did we do? What was our reaction? We didn't get up. I know I didn't get up.
No, I didn't get up. We asked some sort of clarifying question, was like, all right, well, tell them to be careful. Or
Oh my God.
we were just like, we're not getting up.
No.
We've been waiting to hang
my
out for
gosh.
so long.
Yes. Melinda says, I'm letting my kids drive. He's 15
Oh.
and a half. has his permit, but still is giving me gray hair. They have to be responsible sometime. Experience is the best teacher.
Oh.
Sue says, my mom tells a story of hanging laundry, and when she turned around, I was at the top of the swing set, but on top of the swing set. She told me to stay there and went to get the camera because she said my dad wouldn't believe it without a picture. I was 3 years old.
Stay there? I'm getting the camera. I would have been like, what are you doing? Get down, you're going to die.
Beverly says, my son climbed a tree, didn't tell me, came in with a scraped arm, and I cleaned it up. Still, he didn't tell me. The next day at football practice, I noticed he isn't doing his push-ups right. After practice, I asked, and he tells me about the tree. Arm is slightly swollen. Went to the doctor, and he has a broken arm. Oh,
no, Beverly, don't you feel bad?
Yeah, I don't
you
feel
said
bad.
Mom of the Year, because how about this one? When my son fell out of the tree, my wife and I brought him inside, and we were kind of like, you're fine. Lay down for a minute, we'll see. But we needed a minute because we wanted to call urgent care and see if they take broken arms because we did not want to pay for the emergency room.
Oh my God.
It's expensive, Janelle.
It is expensive.
So we're like, can you take broken arms? They're like, yeah, bring them in. Broken arm, it's great.
That's crazy. I was going to say, part of what changed my attitude with this was, thank God, it was like way before I had started, the kids started growing up. I was pregnant with my first son, and I read Bringing Up Boys. And
James Dobson, right?
James Dobson. Early in the book, he talked about how moms have to get out of the way and let boys be boys. And then he said, either you do that or they're going to destroy your house. Right. And so I realized, like, man, it's in them.
Oh.
Now I have girls, and my girls are like that. And I look at them. First of all, I've had 6, and I've been a mom for 17 years, and we haven't had, like, we had to get one stitch from a kid, and he wasn't even climbing anything. He ran into a door, and other
we've
things.
done multiple stitches.
Yeah, but I love, like, to just let them explore, let them get dirty, let them. I think they figure out. There are times where they'll do things that's not wise, and then I'm big about, okay, stop. What could happen? And kind of think through. But I think kids need to learn through experience, and then you fall and like, okay, well, next time you won't try that, right? Or I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah.
Are you like hands off, more hands off than not?
No, Sarah's more hands off. I get nervous
yeah.
about stuff. I get nervous. And I also, like, the kid who broke his arm, I had to take him in for stitches while he still had his arm in a cast. Stitches on his knee. I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to call child services on me.
Yeah.
This kid. But it's that boy thing of, like, my youngest boys, their favorite thing to do, come upstairs, can we take off the couch cushions? What they do is they go in the basement, pull all the cushions off, all the couches in the basement, make a big, like, gymnasium, and start flipping off of things.
Oh.
Running, jumping, flipping, pushing,
Yeah.
wrestling.
It's in them. It's in them. And I've learned to actually love that part about them and then take them to places where they could just let it go. The nature center is one of my favorites. The metro parks. Eva says, as kids, we used to climb trees, jump on trains, slide. Remember that? Slide down the stairs on mattress. That's so true. Light fires outside, backflips off the dressers onto the bed, climb on the roof. We had so much fun. With my daughter, I'm smother mother. I never want to see her get hurt.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? All the stuff we don't want our kids to do, we did.
Yeah.
Like, I played with fireworks.
Yeah.
I did. Like, we had a lot of fun with fireworks at this one kid's house. His parents bought him tons of fireworks. He lived by a pond. We'd shoot him into the pond. We had him in the woods. I mean, it's probably not safe at all. Another one, I was going to tell you. Climb a tree. Burn things with a magnifying glass.
But that one, oh my gosh.
Do you let your kids do that?
I haven't told them. No, the older ones know because we did it. We were studying something. Raina doesn't need to find that out. Raina has an issue like.
So burn the house
where
down.
one kid, I have one kid that's physically, he's older now, but like adventurous and he does dangerous things. Raina's those kids that are like quiet and she gets into stuff. And I'm like, that is one thing. Because the dangerous kind of physical ones you can see. Those quiet ones that have busy hands, So I'm like, yo, that's a secret I'm going to keep from Raina as long as possible.
I don't want my kids to find out about that one. My friends and I had some fun with magnifying glasses outside. Burning leaves, burning paper.
You can burn the wrong... I don't know. And I know you can have fun. Aren't you... You're afraid, I guess you're saying, right? Yeah. It could just be the wrong thing for Raina.
We're going to be like, here, let's see if we can burn the siding on the house. Or,
yeah,
hey, can I burn my brother? Or...
Yeah, that one I'm afraid. Isaac says, my friend and I used to put a mattress on the floor and try to wrestle each other off the mattress. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. I got a son that finally did it. He said he wanted to do it before he turned, so who knows how old. He does backflips. And out in places where you do flips. But now that he's like quote unquote getting better, we'll be like at a park and he'll go on a picnic table and jump off and oh gosh, you see kids doing these on parks, but I'm like, dude, I think of the worst. Like you could land on your head but how do you stop that?
Well, how about this one? This will be one of our last ones. This one drives me nuts too, and I guess I'm alone on this one in some respects. Should you let your kid who's not 15 and a half with a legal permit go to a parking lot under parental supervision in the vehicle and let them drive a car?
We've done that.
How old?
So illegal. I think as young as late 13, 14. With Len, like I've never done it. Len wouldn't let me do it. But with Len on the passenger side?
My oldest kid was like, Dad, all my friends have gotten to drive except me in a parking lot.
Are you serious?
I'm like, 15 and a half, kid.
How old was she when she started asking you?
Probably like 13.
And you've said no till now?
Sarah changed my mind.
I was about to say, why, dude? Like, why no? Oh, that's disappointing. I'm surprised.
You can't, my kids cannot pick up their dishes. They don't remember to take medicine. They don't remember to do their chores. Wow. They don't pick up their wrappers. They're taking all my food without asking.
They don't.
And you want me to put them in front of, like, in a 2,000-pound vehicle that drives? But I'm like the only one who doesn't like that idea.
Oh my God. Sarah has something for you. Brian, my older son accidentally hit his younger brother in the nose with a baseball bat. There was no bleeding. They came in the house and told me, Mom, Jerry got hit in the nose with the bat. I was so busy, so I just asked, are you okay? Are you bleeding? Yes, I'm okay. No bleeding. I kept going with my work. Like half an hour later, I looked my son in the face. His nose was completely crooked and swollen. Then I freaked out. I think lots of moms have stories like that because some kids just have a really high tolerance for pain.
Well, and then, Sarah, crazy story. But I'm glad to hear that because it happens to everybody. What about the low tolerance pain kid?
I have a kid like that, and when I'm not playing. When he yells or screams, it's like he's dying. Yeah. And so I'll stop and I'll ignore it because I'm like, oh, it's Josiah. But then I'm like, dang, one day, it could be a day, it's bad. Because then, like you say, it could turn into like what Sarah says, where you're like, oh my gosh, I ignored your yell. Do you have a kid like this? It's really annoying.
I have two kids that when they get their feelings hurt and when they get hit by a bus, the sound is the same. Same sound.
Gosh. Do you sit them, like, what do? Do you explain?
I feel bad because I'll be like, come here, you're fine. You're fine.
Yes.
You're fine. Okay, go. Yes. Or my favorite one, I'll be like, do I need to call? Okay, here we go. I'm going to call an ambulance.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm going to call an ambulance. And they'll go, no, I'm fine. Oh, okay, great. Have a nice time.
Or so annoying when they fall and they cry and do this whole scene. And then you're like, okay, let me get a Band-Aid. And they calm down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My youngest son. Oh, I'm bleeding. It's gushing. Dad, I need a Band-Aid. It's gushing. You could see blood. But it wasn't dripping or anything.
So annoying.
It's gushing. Help me. I had to carry him, you know.
Oh
boy,
God.
Kids.
Eva says, can't they get their license suspended before they get it?
I don't know anything about it, Eva. I don't like the idea, but I'm like the only dad who doesn't like it.
Sheila says, I'd let them drive a riding mower or something like that, not a car. Oh, Sheila, good job. Monique says, joining in on an adventure was great. Mickey, hey Mickey, I haven't seen your name. Let's visit you, your Facebook page. Mickey, oh, that little girl is so cute. You're an ambassador for Plexus. Cool. So Mickey says it is illegal to let them drive anywhere before a permit. Oh, Brian, so you're doing a good job. Sarah says, my daughter is low tolerance, but the day she screamed nonstop over a fall at school, we drove her straight to the ER. What? Broken leg. Man, Sarah, you got a lot of stuff
Sarah's
going
kids
on.
are having a lot more fun than your kids.
I
I'll tell you
know.
that. All right, and we all know we're going to get Raina for her birthday this year. We're going to get her candles and a magnifying glass.
Exactly. That would be
That's what I'm going to do.
perfect.
Next time you invite me over. It's been a long time, by the way.
She won't know what to do with the
I'm going to give her,
magnifying
I'll show her. Right before I leave.
Yo, you know what she'll do? I told you she got friends nearby. She could be like, girls, come see what this does. Oh, man.
All right, you guys, we got to get out of here. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon.